Hiya, my name is Magda, and currently I develop apps for mobile phones. And today I'll be talking to you about what I quit, why I quit. It was going to be a bit of an introduction as well, but it's going to be mainly why I quit my 9 to 5 job to be broke and develop apps, essentially, at the moment at least. So I quit my very well paid 9 to 5 job, which I had for 2 years as a machine technician, helping engineers fix the machines that we provided to them, in order to be on social media, make a lot of content, and make apps that don't make any money. So currently I'm about to release my first app, which is the Nothing Clicker. And it's basically a cookie clicker, but you click an image of nothing. It has animations and everything. It's not that good because it took me only 3 days and it was coded in MAUI. But that's a start, I guess. Anyways, to start off with, to tell you my story, first of all, my name is Magda, like I've said on the intro. And my background is I graduated high school with completely average grades. They were not good, they were average at best. I almost actually didn't pass maths. In the end, I managed to, but it was very close not to. I think it was like 2 points off, I believe, of not passing maths. So barely finished high school. Then I went on to IT, so information technology. So I did 2 years of information technology. And then I went on and did 3 years of electrical engineering, which was very, very tragic. It was very long. It felt like it would never end. But then I wanted to get a real job. I wanted to have a real job. So I got a real job at a leisure gaming company. And because it's a very sensitive, the machines they provided, it's very sensitive and it's very data protected, so I can't really go into detail. But for 2 years, what we would have is engineers would call us, and that are meant to fix the machines somewhere, in the venue, and then we would pick up the phone and we would guide them through how to fix the machine, what parts they need, what broke. So it was a very technical kind of help desk job. So yeah, I did that for 2 years after finishing electrical engineering, and I felt like I learned a lot in that job when it comes to problem solving and being independent. I learned a lot Excel. I learned a lot of Excel in that job and how to use it. But I felt like there was something missing. I felt like I wanted to do something for myself. And what happened from 2023 until 2025 is and I'm actually currently trying to reinstall OS on this MacBook that I've been having trouble with. But from 2023, from late September, 2023 until 2025, I've decided to embark on this amazing journey of self-development, because I was like, well, I want to start something for myself. I don't want to, work in a job for the rest of my life, because it feels like it didn't suit me. It felt like I had a lot of potential, and that's also what my teachers said throughout my school life, that I have a lot of potential, and I should never let my potential go to waste. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna have a nice career, whatever, right? But then I got a job and it felt like they weren't utilizing me to my full potential, because I have a lot of skills. I have a lot of leadership skills, managing skills, all of those books there. This row and this row is to do with, and this one is to do with business. Then you've got this one, it's literature, and then there's nothing at the bottom, so there's these three. So I've read through almost all of these books from 2023 until now, because I was like, I want to start something for myself, but I don't know what it's gonna be. I wanted to do a clothing company. I did a bit of that, and then I did a bit of marketing. So I dabbled in a lot of things for about a year, but nothing really suit me. And then I was like, well, I used to do programming when I was 13. That's when I started programming, and the first language that I learned was C++, and I really liked C++ because it felt a lot more organized than, for example, Python. I know it's a completely different language because Python is scripting and C++ is not scripting. It's used for a lot more things, a lot of things. But I've dabbled in that, so I was like, right, I feel like I've gained a lot of knowledge through, obviously, these books. I feel like I've gained a lot of knowledge through these books, so I will try to utilize it. And also, I didn't just read through them, I've also made notes as I read through them, and it's gotten to the point that I was reading one book a week, and that was like the longest it would take me, because what I would do is, obviously, I would work 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. So I didn't have a lot of time to educate myself. So my literal schedule for the longest time, until maybe 4 months ago, was I would wake up at 3 a.m. And I'm going to show you my gym pics as well, because I gained a lot of muscle and I'm very proud of myself. But I would wake up at 3 a.m. I would wake up, get my cocoa, as in, the chocolate milk, and then I would have that with some magnesium, potassium, just to get things going with my system. And then I would go off to the gym. I would come back at around 5 a.m. I would eat. That would be 6 a.m. And then 6 a.m. until 8 a.m. I would do work to do with marketing, to do with, reading through the books, just a general educating myself across multiple domains. And then I would go off to my job. And during lunch times at my job, I would also read. I managed to read about 30 pages. I think it was around 25 to 30 pages during lunchtime. So I would do that. I would close myself in like a little meeting room, and I would just read. And then I would come back, and then at 5 a.m. I would finish my job. At 5 p.m. I would finish my job. So I would go back home around 6 p.m. It would be 6 p.m. at that point. Around 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. I would again do something like that, or I would do a bit more exercise. And that would be the end of my day, and then I would do it over and over and over again, Monday, Friday. On the weekends, I would sit in front of my computer all day and read and do other things, basically. But that was my journey. And then after about a year of doing that continuously, I was like, I need to do something, because I am not feeling fulfilled where I am. I am, by the way, 24 years old. I wasn't feeling very fulfilled. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time. I saved up a lot of money as well, a few £1,000 during that time. So I was like, I'm just gonna quit and see where life takes me. So it's been 4 months now. I've just decided very recently that I want to go back into programming. I've made that Maui game, which I know Maui shouldn't be used for making games, and it's very stupid. But I kinda enjoy that, the stupidity of that. So I used .NET MAUI to make that clicker game. There should be a video playing of it somewhere here as well. And I'm just about to send it off to Google and get it published. And that's my entire story. And am I happy? I think I am a lot happier than I was doing my 9-to-5 job. I think I'm a lot happier. Am I making any money? No. At the moment, no. Do I plan on? Yes, hopefully, yes. But I feel a lot more fulfilled, and I feel like I'm finally fulfilling my purpose in life, which feels great. And I'm able to help a lot more people, because I can go up to small business owners that barely have anything to do with, content or apps. And I can go up to them and say, hey, if you want, I can make you this app for free, which is something I'm doing with someone right now, actually. Because, not everyone has a few £1,000s to pay someone to make an app. And if you want a simple app, it's not that hard. It doesn't take that long, does it? It's just the support. But Well, thank you for watching, and that was me in a nutshell. So that's my introduction to this channel. I hope you enjoy your day and have a good day.